Camera look a little bit foggy. Hold up. Yeah. Boy, I hear clear now. What's going on, man? Just some minding my business. Be happy. Burrow came through and knocked them light. And people of Houston was mad. They was big mad. And so me and my wife had to get on here and get on the Austin, man. We had some friends took us in, man. Really appreciate it. Family. We appreciate it, man. That's what happened, man. You do good things happen for you, man. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, got stuff to talk about, man. We got business to cover. We got things to talk about. How y'all doing today, man? Where y'all coming in from? All right. Okay, okay. So yeah, man. It's 2024, man. Um, President then almost had an assassination attempt on his life. Things getting crazy, right? And just hold your seat because you ain't seen nothing about what we about to see in 2024 and then head into 2025. Then when you hit 2026, that's gonna be like the grand finale for a lot of people. They were like, okay, I can't deal with America no more. I got to go. I got to call Granny in Nigeria to see what's going on. It's what you finna see from here on out is the demise of a country. What you watching, people be looking at the debates and they see President Trump, former President Trump, and they see President Joe Biden. What I see is weak, frail, vulnerable. That's what I see when I be watching them debates. I be like, oh, God's showing you that your country is weak, vulnerable, and frail. That's what you're being showed right here in your face. But God also told me to look at something. God said, look at everything. He said, pay attention to what people are doing. And I always pay attention, like even in my personal life, and then I do it as a reflection of my outside life. How y'all doing today, people? How y'all doing? So, like I tell people when terrible things happen to you, watch who around you. Watch who showed up. Watch who showed up to see about you. Like when I had some things going on, there's people that always showed up. And like, I always remember those people because those are the truly important people because they always gonna look after you. So you gotta remember those people. Don't forget those people. And so when I apply that to what I look out when God say, well, forecast out and see what you see about the world. He said, look at everything. He said, you gotta look at your past. What's going on, my good people? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in, come on in. We finna learn a lesson today, man. It's gonna be an awesome lesson. And if you are a person that's a descendant of people who were slaves, it's gonna be a good thing for you to memorize in your head. I want you to hear this thing very, very well. I'm gonna speak it in a soft tone. So I don't mean to demean anybody or hurt anybody's feelings, but when God tell you to speak a truth, you gotta speak it. So, anyways, as I look at and I see internally who is there in my corner in good times and bad times, I all I also forecast out and I look at what's happening in the news, what's happening in the world, what's happening in America, what's happening in my backyard. When I'm looking at all these things, I put together what I'm looking at and I say, hey God, what this mean? And in time I get my answers. What's going on, good people? And so I said, God, what's up with America? What's up? And I just never always put the pieces together, but this year became very, very clear what everything was, and what everything is about to be. Because when you unlock one door and you see that that one door wasn't good enough and people keep unlocking other doors, you become a Pandora's box. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I didn't have this haircut by choice, man. Just remember. How you doing? Just remember, My grandfather had that George Jefferson. So guess who got that George Jefferson? So I be having to cut this off. This is not something that I wanted on my own. So back to my story. So April come along. Was that April? Was that April? Or was that March of 2020, 2024? I don't know. But when the rising of Jesus Christ came along this year, something was different in the air. Something was different in the air when the rising of Jesus came along this year. Because, like I said, nothing with the government happens overnight. Everything is like supposed to be strategically planned out. So, what was in the plans already that probably had been done maybe a year or two in advance was Pride Remembrance Day. They were going to switch, and that day was going to be the day of Pride Remembrance. Well, in 2024, that lined up with the rising of Jesus Christ. And Joe Biden had to walk out there on the day that Jesus Christ rose, and he announced that it was going to be, from now on, Gay Remembrance Day or something like that. I was like, and God was like, pay attention. We're about to go on a bumpy, slippery road. And so, okay. Then I had to whiz back to 2016. And I said, well, that happened. And he was like, who did it? Who did that in 2016? Who gave people LGBTQ full rights and passage, full rights and benefits? The LGBT rights bill. LGBT rights bill. And that's the thing. I don't have nothing against your community. Get your coins, get your freedom. No problem with it. If that's what you want, if that's what you look, man, I don't have to agree. Do what you want to do. So my thing is full rights and privilege. That's 2016. Now let me take y'all back to a time of civility. Back to a time, it was 1960s. We're gonna go a little bit back. One time, bill, civil rights bill. Signed this bill after some people had got their ass whooped on a bridge. Excuse my curse words, but I get kind of amped up. So some people got their butts whooped on a bridge in Selma, Alabama. They got beat down. Whole movie about it called Selma. And then he was like, all right, we'll be civil with you guys and just stop beating you in the streets and stop hanging you guys. We'll be civil and we'll sign a civil rights bill, but it won't just be, specifically for you. It's got to be for everybody. It's got to be inclusive. It's got to be inclusive. Anyways, it's got to be inclusive. So the civil rights bill included everybody because we got to be civil with y'all. We can't just beat on people in the streets. We're civil-minded people. We'll be civil with y'all. We'll be decent. We'll treat you like kind of like a human, kind of like. We'll consider you sometimes. If we want you to live, we'll consider you sometimes. So, Civil Rights Bill got passed in 1967. And it's clear that everybody else had a clear advantage with this bill. Everybody else rode, I'm talking about rode leaps and bounds off this bill. Indian people, Filipinos, Chinese people, the Jewish people, you had everybody rode off that bill. Women's rights come from this bill. Everything come from this bill. So we were all clumped in together. I didn't see anybody, but mostly Negroes, getting beat on that bridge. Just Negroes. I remember distinctly, it was people that did not like Negroes at all. It was a man named Bull Connor. He was riding a tank down the street, not because of Filipinos and Asians and Muslim people, because of Negroes. Man, this here is a tough topic, but I'm for to tell you how all this link in. In 2016, LGBT got full rights and passage. So when you see things popping up like this, What you say to yourself is, what are you leading us into? Because once you open up one door, you have to open up many. You can't just open up one. You got to pay attention now. This is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I'd rather hurt your feelings and give you the information. Give you the medicine right now. Put it into the little cough and put the cough drop into the Kool-Aid so you can still get your bitter pill, but you can prepare. So full rights of passage, man, you cannot discriminate against them on nothing. So something just happened, right? Where a transgender person is suing Alpha Phi Alpha because they can't join. And that's gonna be the end of your fraternity. That's gonna be the end. This ain't gonna be no like you're discriminating against me. But on the other end, black folks, they only got to be civil with you. They don't have to treat you like a human being. When you get full rights and privileges like the LGBT community, and I applaud that, why y'all ain't did that for black people? Story. I done told her story. So I seen everything, the struggle of growing up, and being lesbian. I have to tell your parents, I went through that with my sister. Like I didn't have to physically. You give, I know my sister sometimes used to come to the club and she would be dressed as a woman. You couldn't tell that she was a lesbian. All the men would hit on her. All the men would hit on my sister. And then the next day, she'll go back to wearing pants and sagging her pants. And then the next day, she'll go back to wearing pants and sagging her pants again. Again. And I would just be like, it's a crazy game you could play. Like it was men like, man, I'll pay your bills and put you up. And every time she dressed like a woman, men be like, I want to pay your bills and take care of you. But she ain't want no man. That's crazy. She ain't want no man. But I got to see that. Like, she could put on some clothes. So, okay, what I know about myself is, if I put on about myself is, if I put on clothes and look like a woman, I'm still gonna be a black person that got on woman clothes. I'm still gonna be a black person that got on woman clothes. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact, Jack. So you give people full rights and privileges, and the thing is, when they walk outside, like when people in America say, we don't see color, the statistics see color, and they done always seen color. So what I'm trying to tell you is, them people done gave somebody full rights and privileges, and you done been sitting here this whole, y'all know why this is, y'all know why this is going out, my going out, my internet spot. Don't miss the thing, man. They only gave people that, they made your people work for 200 years for free. They made your people work 200 years for FEE for the free. And somebody told me it wasn't that bad. I say, okay, how can you grow a company? Because I own a business. What's the fastest way to grow a company? Hire people to get up in there and do the work so you can multiply the work faster. Now imagine. Now imagine. Your people was working for free. And they didn't have to pay nobody. You was just out here working for free. You was working for free. Getting all that work done for free. Imagine you didn't even have to tend to your kids. Hell, mammy, tend to the kids. Breastfeed her. Man, breastfeed my kids. Like, done did this to people, got free labor for 200 years, and then give LGBTQ people full rights and privileges in America. And so when people ask me about Joe Biden, and they ask me about bad connection. I might need to do this again, man. I might need to do this video again because this video is extremely important, man. It's important to think about. And that's the thing is, I don't have to be mad at no person from the LGBT community. I'm not mad at them. Get your money. Get your rights. But don't give us peanuts and the peanuts are full harvest. Don't do that. And then low key talk shit about us as you give money to everybody else in the world. Say, nope, we don't have money for black people. There's no way that we can figure out reparations. We do not have the smartest people in the world. Nope. Nope, can't figure that out. No time for it. Oh, so much going on. I'm sorry, y'all. We got bad service out here in Houston, man. So when people again be asking me about Trump, we got bad service, man. That's Houston. That's Houston for you. Storm still continues on. Sure, man. When you listen to this page, man, this is a culmination of all the things that I done been gathering from 2012 to now. This is all the questions I've been asking, and it was time for me to like come outside and say, hey, um, I'm out here like, what was his name? Oliver Twist. Please, sir, what about me? So y'all need to start asking y'all these questions. Start looking around. See who got full rights. Who the only protected people got full rights. Them people got the same rights as the people who signed the Declaration of Independence. Full rights. Full ride. Like imagine, okay, I went to college and I didn't go on a full ride scholarship. I went on a partial scholarship, which means if I did not perform well, my scholarship went away. And these people get a full ride. Civil is the civil is that's the partial scholarship. That's the all right. If you come in here and work really, really, really hard and pull up your bootstraps, we'll give you some money. The curve. And then as people come in on full scholarship, man, remember, you got to pay attention to stuff. Pay attention to who is doing what for who.